Hey everyone, welcome to our Zoom Platica. Today we're going to be talking about surviving mode at work and moving to a thriving mode at work. A lot of time as first-gen professionals, we don't know the pathways in our careers, so it's easy for us just to always feel like we have to prove ourselves to be able to get into these spaces where we don't regularly see ourselves. So a lot of times it's like, I don't know about you, but if you have parents that immigrated to this country, sometimes it's like we have these opportunities available to us. So we owe it to them to be able to give back based on the resources that we have. But sometimes the resources that we have still are not accepting of diverse people or even kind of like raise us up in those different fields. So it can create lots of feelings of doubt, imposter syndrome, where you feel like you have to always push yourself. And unfortunately, if you believe in the hustle cultura and always pushing yourself and pushing yourself forward, it is going to get you results, right? Obviously, if you work hard, you will see the results. But when do you stop having to work hard and then start actually moving into a season where you could just pause and be yourself and be authentic and not have to be on the go all the time? So we often might not think about that, right? It's like this survival mode, and that can cause a lot of burnout in your job where you might not be as happy or excited anymore about what you do. So that is being in survival mode, right? Always having to prove yourself at work, always thinking that you can't slow down because if you slow down, what will happen, right? So let's talk about moving into a thriving mode at work. Moving into a thriving mode at work is really about you owning who you are authentically and knowing that you have what it takes and you are not having to deliver instantaneously, and that you give yourself a little bit of grace, a little space, a little vulnerability, and you know that you will get it done and you don't have to overperform and being afraid that you're going to drop the ball. And knowing that it's okay to not drop the ball, but put the ball on the side of you. You can handle it. Like, you don't always need to be throwing it. Like, you're a leader, you're a strong head, and you got to move from survival to thriving. So I want to ask you, what are some of your characteristics that you believe are your strengths? And also start thinking about what are things that you bring to your company that make you special? Is it your perspective? Is it your background? Is it your vision? Is it your creativity? What are those things? Because when you think about that, those are characteristic traits. And I love to say, as a confidence coach, you cannot teach character. And want you to know that those are things that you have that are invaluable to the company. So start focusing more on your strengths and knowing that you can slow down. Nothing's going to be pulled out from under a rug. And even if it was, you can find another opportunity. Part of that survival mode is thinking, this is the only job that I'm going to have, or this is the only opportunity that I have. We need to jump out of that survival mode to thriving, where I'm going to give it the best that I can and not have to overperform. And if that's not okay, I will find something else that is aligned with me. I know what I offer. So I challenge you to go from a survival mode to a thriving mode. Hone in on what are those strengths that you have. What are the characteristic traits that set you apart in your company, and kind of guide yourself with those actions instead of the fear. So don't let fear get in the way of you and your success. So I hope these tips helped you understand how you can move from a survival mode at work to a thriving mode at work. I want you to thrive in your career and be the best that you can be. Talk to you later. Bye.